Hi chess world. Today we're going to be looking at a very, very solid opening that I really recommend for players that are 1000 rating, that has 1000 rating and below that number. Um, Called the Queen's Gambit. If you're familiar with it and you didn't know about this opening, then you probably watched the Queen's Gambit, the show. Um, Actually, the name of the show is actually based on this opening. Fun fact for you there. Uh, right now, I'm going to give you a brief, uh, let's just say, presentation of what is my goal of this course. My goal is to teach you how to play the Queen's Gambit. Second of all, how to place the traps that in Queen's Gambit that your opponents may fall in, and how to punish them for that. How to play if they play like variations like declined variation and the sloth variation. How to play against that. All of that and more I'm going to be teaching you in this video. Now, without any further ado, we'll just start the video, the lesson. It starts with d4, d5, and the gambit starts with c4. But right now I'm going to be looking at what if they take. But after that I'm going to show you what if they don't take. I'm just going to play one of these two moves. Like these moves are like the most popular ones. That is likely that your opponent will play them. But it's later. Right now I'm just going to be talking at what will happen if they will take. So let's look at that. If they take, oops, you should play this e4 because you're attacking this and you're controlling the center at the same time. Two things at once, as I said. um, and you're making a really productive move right there. If they try to defend this pawn, you can easily punish them. You can easily punish them like with the move e4 because now if they were take, for example, you can already see what the Stockfish doesn't like it for black. Because, first of all, how did you get this pawn structure? Let me just ask you that. Second of all, why did you give me the center? And third of all of these pawns are hanging and you're giving me an active position with opening my rook and with opening up my rook and pretty much giving me an active position. There's so many problems with this, and it's really likely that your opponent is going to lose because you're already totally winning in this position. They try to defend because you're assuming that your opponent is smart and they won't take it. For example, defend like this. That's a bad move too because you're just going to take, and you can't take. If they will take, you're just going to take the rook. Gonna have this under attack, and if they move, you're just going to have this pin, which isn't really good. Now let's look at what if they go here and try to defend this way. That's actually what Stockfish really likes. But once again, after this, I'm just going to have an opened rook. I'm having it at the center, and I still have a really good portion of this advantage. Even though you're a pawn up, you don't have any of what I have right now. So you're pretty bad already in the beginning. So we looked what if they take, right? Now let's see what if they don't take. So the main moves that your opponent is probably going to play is one of these two moves. What I really like is, as black to play in this position, I really like to play this. I'm more of the Slav player, the Slav variation, because, for example, in here the declined variation, like the traditional line how to retaliate this gambit is pretty bad, in my opinion, of course, and I don't really like it because you're giving like white, um, you're giving white a good file to work with, an open file actually, and there will be a lot of attack in the queen side of the board, which I don't really like. So that's why I go here. So at least if I'm going to play this, is because now they'll play this and that, and then here we're going to play pretty much the same thing, and we're going to be fighting for this diagonal. I mean, not diagonal, I mean file. We're going to be fighting for this file, and also, like, as you can see here, the difference, they take, you will only have one central pawn, and your opponent will have two. That's why I really like this Slav variation, really. And we're going to be now, as we already discussed about these two moves, I'm going to be showing you how to retaliate these two moves. Both of these moves are fairly similar, and the moves that you have to retaliate them with is pretty similar. There isn't pretty much any difference because, for example, if you're going to play this, you should play here. After that, for example, I don't know, here, the position that you should have is, I mean, the position that you should have is, for example, this, 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 like that. For example, the setup with in here you should pretty much have like this with white. The bishop here controlling this, this diagonal, here, having a threat of going here, targeting this and that because of how many attack you're putting black on, no, this pawn on, and you have a pretty good position to win, pretty winnable one, and pretty much the same thing you should play with the queen's gambit declined. Gonna put knight here, they're gonna play that, we're just going to play, for example, this, that, here, there, for example, that, and as you can see, it's pretty much the same. Like, you can play this, like you're trying to win one of these pawns. You have this diagonal too. You can go here and control a really important diagonal. And for example, if they will castle, you could even make an attack with all of this pressure going on. Which is pretty good for a white, as you can see here with stockfish. So now you know how to play it. Now you know everything about it. What if they take? What if they don't take? What if they try? What if they try to defend the pawn that you in the accepted variation? and a lot more. I think I'm done. Bye, chess world.